to explore, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on, here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay, we'll take it slow. This feeling's too intense.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, they want to come out of the gate strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away, not sitting back and playing it safe in the early stages. And we saw flashes of it last year. But after the long wait, it appears that Joel, the process Embiid, is the real deal. Big fella, if he stays healthy, can he be the best big man in the league?
I say yes. And even though we compare him to a lot of big men, Hakeem, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, I'm going to say he's more like Chris Webber. Great shot from the outside and post moves that are beyond his years. Very fluid. I like this kid. The new C. Webb, that's his name.
You think he could give you 30?
Oh, no, not at all.
So you got real serious real quick, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yes,
He was so happy about it.
Yeah.
Changed his whole
He
facial
did.
expression.
You can
Saw the
cancel
scowl
that.
he had. He was like, no way.
You can cancel that one, Ernie.
No way, can give me 30.
Well, I think it's rare to see guys his size, obviously.
Stop it.
without,
I did it.
Now
Don't
he
say
doesn't-
rare when
now-
I did it.
Now he doesn't
Don't
like
say
it.
rare when I did it.
It's
First.
Suddenly he's not that hot on Joel Embiid.
Rare is meaning it's 5 or less, and there are not. You're one of the 5. So
Okay.
5
You're
or
a
less.
medium
Rare.
rare.
Hakeem,
Yourself.
C. Webb.
No, C. Webb is not a real
Garnett.
true big. He's not true big. C. Webb is 6'9".
Take it to Kevin before I knock Kenny out, Ernie.
Excellent point. Kevin, take it.
The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon as we get set for this broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It's getting noisy here in Boston. We're at the home of the Celtics. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Hey, Kevin, Sixers coach Brett Brown says that Philadelphia reminds him of his hometown of Boston. He said the city has tremendous pride. The city wants winners. It's a tough, no-nonsense city. Nobody's sugarcoating anything. And I love that because you can just tell it like it is. My responsibility is to produce a team that plays hard. Guys?
Thanks, David. Right on the money. Philly's passion for sports is something that makes them so unique. Well, we have some conference rivals meeting up tonight. Clark, I know these games get very intense.
Yeah, in many ways, too, Kevin. The crowd is more amped up, louder, more emotional, more rabid, and the emotions between the players can run high, leading to friction and confrontation. So it's a charged environment when you lock heads with your rival.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the 76ers, Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Dario Saric is out there with Embiid, and it's Simmons in at the point. Down low, here's Tatum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I respect the soft touch inside from Tatum now. He's not shy in looking for a shot. I mean, he's a shot hunter in the paint.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Here's Baines. Back to Brown. Knocked away. And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Rozier kicks to Horford. And stolen by Simmons. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And the wide open shot from Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Philadelphia?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Covington's shot is off.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Rozier. Horford with the screen on Simmons. Rozier kicks to Tatum. And that time, also a missed shot.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Simmons slams it in.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly, they've been the better team so far.
Here's Rozier. Horford dishes to Brown. Great D that time from Redick.
Great look, but he couldn't finish everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And Joel Embiid, from the time he started playing basketball in Cameroon through the University of Kansas, Clark, he began patterning his game after Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, it sounds like he's a visual learner because he got a DVD of Hakeem and said he watched it almost daily. Their stories are similar. Both started playing hoops relatively late. Both are from Africa. And you watch the gracefulness of Embiid's moves inside. Easy to see the influence of Olajuwon.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Horford with the screen on Simmons. Out to the right wing. Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And, you know, through the long rebuild in Philly, the Sixers' strategy was to develop unproven players and try to find some diamonds in the rough. Not a bad way to go when you're going to be patient. And Robert Covington might have been their best find. A very good defender at both forward spots.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And Covington offensively, mostly a catch-and-shoot score.
Yeah, he plays well off others. His three-point percentage has kind of went south the last few seasons, but if he works on that, I think he's got a place with this team, or if not this team, then certainly in the league.
Here's Rozier, guarded by Simmons. Covington with the steal. Oh!
Hey, hey, hey! Ooh, wow!
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like there.
Celtics trail by 19. Rozier kicks to Horford. To stop the drought. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Saric. Covington with it, now guarded by Tatum. Covington with the bucket.
Oh, Covington really is fantastic at getting his arms high in the air when he's attempting a shot inside. Really gives the defense no chance to catch up to it or get to it.
Here's Rozier. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Shooting two.
That's good from Rozier. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they've found their treasure trove.
Good on both. The 76ers leading by 19. Here's Saric. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
And Horford wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Rozier. Picked by Horford. Brown outside. No good on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Redick. The 76ers again can't hit it. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. Pass to Rozier. Embiid comes with a double team. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His fourth turnover hampering their efforts.
Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got 12.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Saric. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And you look back to that Big Three era in Boston, you know, the Celtics have not been shy about aggressively trading to reshape this roster. You know, they've made a rapid rebuild that's really the envy of a lot of teams around our league.
And as aggressive as the Celtics have been, Greg, they've also shown patience, haven't they?
Yeah, and in some ways, maybe a victim of their own success. You come out on the winning end of your trades time and again. Other GMs don't want to look bad. They get hesitant, possibly, and don't want to add their name to that list.
They double him with Sharge. The feed now to Horford. And again, Boston with the triple.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Philadelphia leading by 17. And it's Simmons penetrating. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Rozier kicks to Horford. Here's Baines, guarded by Embiid. Inside, Rozier. Banked in off the glass. Rozier's got 7 points.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Covington with the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Here's Rozier after the Sixers pick up 2. This is to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 5. Here's Baines, and he dunks it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Celtics trail by 19. Pass to Horford. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
Here's Rozier. He has 7. Back to Horford. Poked loose. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
They're schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
And Boston has possession. Boston again missing. Sharge outside. Here's Redick. That one misses. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Rozier. The putback. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Now here's Horford after Ben Simmons' miss. Here's Rozier. Now Horford. Shot clock at 5. Misses off the left iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Guys, some great passing from them.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Rozier after the basket by Dario Saric. Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
So it's the Celtics now.
And you know, Ben Simmons, a one-and-done player at LSU. He grew up in Australia. Didn't really watch much college basketball. Said he would have preferred to go straight from high school to the pros.
Now here's Brown. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Rozier after the basket by Dario Saric. Rozier the pass to Baines. Here's Rozier. They double him with Saric. Tries to save it, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. .115 left here in the first quarter. And McConnell gets it to go. And Simmons ineligible for the Wooden Award at LSU for academic reasons. He made it clear, I am here for basketball.
Well, and I don't like that mindset there. It's clearly accurate, but while you're in school, you should make that part of the equation and be serious about it. Doing just enough to get by, not the way to approach it. Clearly a tremendous talent between the lines, though. No denying that.
A shot by McConnell, no good. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Monroe. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Now, here is Morris. They get a hand on it. Now Monroe kicks to Morris. Sinks the triple. Morris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And if you're not defended or unmarked, Monroe will find you. Terrific vision from the big man.
A shot by McConnell, no good. Up top, Morris. Here's Ojale. With 2 seconds left.
Yeah, and the determination by Greg Monroe. I mean, never gives up on the glass, which in turn earns him second chance opportunities near the basket.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Philadelphia ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and having gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kev. I think it's about where he's going, what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game down.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the start, Greg, they were looking to get out and run, sprinting to their opportunities.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, McConnell and Fultz, the playmaking pair in the backcourt. Amir Johnson is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Bellinelli in at the 3 spot.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's his first foul. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And Clark, as you watch the game at both the college and pro levels over the years, what has been the biggest change for you in your view of that?
Well, you know what, Kevin, there are a couple of things. The athleticism, the real emphasis on training and strengthening the core, meaning from your kneecaps to your sternum. The work that's done to train the hamstrings and quads and glutes and that core area as a place of power, as your center of power, is one of the significant changes I've seen, not just in basketball, but all sports. And it's benefited the athletes greatly and the overall athleticism. And then from a playing standpoint or on the floor standpoint, I think the three-point shot, I think that's been the biggest dramatic change in the game.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Ilyasova. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feed. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight.
In addition to Ilyasova's ability to light it up from the perimeter, he also feels pretty comfortable in the paint.
The shot by Ojale, no good.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds, he brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
And he makes the first. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
Both shots good from the stripe. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Ojale passes to Larkin. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And the 76ers with possession. Good momentum, 14 straight points. And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Celtics shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Brown with it. Now guarded by Fultz. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. Here's Larkin. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Brown, good.
And Brown is just so physically imposing. I mean, especially inside where he usually gets whatever he wants.
Here's Fultz. Again, Philadelphia.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
Screen by Monroe. And it's Brown missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Ojale. Misses the 3.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The 76ers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Two.
And that one falls for Johnson. And for the Sixers this summer, all the talk was whether they'd get the Lakers pick if it fell outside the top 3. They end up swapping picks with the Kings, who jump into the top 3.
Yeah, and the Kings ended up, Kevin, getting the Sixers pick at number 5. Still a jump from the 8th spot in the draft order, so not all bad for them. That goes back to 2015 when the Kings made a trade to clear cap space for Rajon Rondo.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth, they could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime. And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition. And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Larkin dishes to Morris. That's tipped and taken away by Johnson. All alone.
Oh, oh man. And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Ojale. Boston getting another chance here. Here's Larkin to the wing on the left. Offensive rebound. Monroe. And finally they hit one. Monroe's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that persistence from Monroe, wow, his stick-with-it attitude really is what allows him to get these chances down low.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
The Celtics shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. The pass to Ojale. Kicks it to Larkin. To the left wing. There's the 3. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound. Ilyasova's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Johnson's shot is off. And here's Brown outside. Bellinelli pulls it in. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Johnson. Good on the 13-footer. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Here's Ojale, defended by Ilyasova. Brown kicks to Monroe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Morris for 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
And that one falls for Johnson.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Robert Covington comes in for Marco Bellinelli. J.J. Redick's checked in for Fultz. And it's Ben Simmons in for T.J. McConnell.
And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward. And we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
And when Marcus Morris, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot
Take a break.
he likes.
Take a break.
Terrific with
shots.
his mid-range.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
And the 76ers making a change here. Sharge is checked in. And Morris drops them both.
And since 2016, a new front office has taken over in Philadelphia. The new team motto, process to progress. They're looking to turn the corner here.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
There's the dish to Tatum. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
You can't take a break for a second defending Tatum. I mean, that's when he strikes and hurts you, especially with the catch-and-shoot jumper.
No good from Simmons. And the previous Sixers front office, distinguished by their patience in rebuilding and, acquiring draft picks. That was the way they were going to build that team. Clark, do you think the Sixers will continue to show that patient approach?
Well, I think they're going to blend it. They're ready to push their chips in and try to win some games now. They want to be a playoff team as soon as possible. You can't continue to lose forever. They want to start winning, and they're on their way.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Marcus Morris will be at the line.
Two shots.
First free throw is good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And Morris drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
The Celtics shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Rozier the pass to Morris. He dishes it to Tatum. Embiid with the steal. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. With the putback. And Rozier pulls it down. Passes it to Horford. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Horford's got 7 points.
A top-notch postgame is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Larkin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Tatum kicks to Morris. 5 on the clock. That's tipped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's Simmons. Rebounded by the Celtics. Rozier's got his third rebound tonight. He feeds it to Tatum. Shoots over Covington. Tatum's shot is off.
You know, he's been off so far, Kevin, but there's still time. I mean, he just needs to settle it down, idle it down a little bit, and try to contribute as much as he can on the offense within himself.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Feeds it to Larkin. Down low. Embiid with the steal. Here's Saric. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. Now here's Tatum. There's the triple. Rebounded by Covington.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
One shot.
And that one falls for Larkin. And Clark, you look around the NBA, which big men impress you with their ability to put up points from the high post?
Well, I think Blake Griffin, as he's established his jump shot and become more proficient in making that 15 to 17 footer. Karl Anthony Towns, one of the outstanding young players in the league, extremely versatile, can shoot it out to the three-point line, can post it, can make the mid-range shot. Aldridge is still one of the best mid-post players, but took a lot of criticism for his inability to dominate in the low post.
Right, you're right, Jay. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Here's Redick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Redick's got 6 points.
And I like the unselfishness of Embiid, doing whatever he can to win, including setting brick wall screens.
And stolen by Redick. Teardrop shot. Covington's shot is off.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Fires for three. Horford, no luck.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Covington with the bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Rozier, guarded by Simmons, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Rozier kicks to Morris. And now here comes Simmons leading the break.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
The first free throw is good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And he can't hit the second. The Celtics shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Rozier kicks to Larkin. Horford high post. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's blocked. And now the 76ers on the break. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Redick. And now it's 27 points for Ben Simmons. Larkin kicks to Morris. Pass to Rozier. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
Did we play? And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 27 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, so much has been made of Ben Simmons' potential, and we just witnessed it. The ball handling at his size, unreal. The vision, the instincts, and we can see he can score in a variety of ways. All of that is right there.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half. Shot way above his average.
Exactly, Greg. And, you know, when he's scoring like this, they're tough to stop.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We've got Brown. Horford is out there with Tatum. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Rozier in at the one. That's the Boston 5.
Boom! That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. My. Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Embiid comes with a double team. Brown kicks to Baines. Over Saric. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Baines has got his second bucket tonight, and Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid loves to punch it now. The defense can't let him get that kind of position inside.
Boston shooting a low 30% right now, an ugly offensive performance. Rozier kicks to Tatum. The screen from Brown. On the wing, Brown shoots off the screen. Can't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Covington. Won't go in for the 6th time in 14 shots tonight. He's made 8. Tatum kicks to Rozier. In the corner, Horford with it. No good on the 3. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Covington. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
they're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Covington with the steal, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And Covington really gets to the hoop in no time thanks to tremendous speed. I mean, he's not easy to keep up with. He's really fast.
Covington with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break, and he slams it one-handed.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, you know, you got to give them credit. I mean, they flipped the switch, and they're not looking back now.
And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston, but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Here's Rozier, guarded by Simmons, 6 to shoot, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, perhaps a strategic move in response to the super team in Golden State, they want to construct their team to peak in a few years when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward. And if you want to drive your coach crazy, this is a good place to start.
Really? Exactly. I mean, in what world is that a good shot? You tell me. I mean, he's got to feel bad and embarrassed about that one. No reason to take that shot.
Here's Rozier, guarded by Simmons, and Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Sharch. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Horford. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 13 points for Al Horford.
And Brown is quite unselfish as a player, always willing to get the ball to the open teammate. Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
That's tipped. Here's Rozier. He's got 7. 4 on the shot clock. The baseline J. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Redick with the 3. Offensive rebound. He gets it in there. 8 points for Joel Embiid.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Rozier, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ojale is checked in for Al Horford. Then for the 76ers, Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Bellinelli comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Fulton for J.J. Redick. Here's Rozier, guarded by Simmons. Clock at 6. The feed now to Tatum. Looking to get it going. Count that one. Tatum's got 6.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
And that one's good. Simmons. Boston's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Rozier kicks to Tatum. They double him with Simmons, and stolen by Simmons. Fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Simmons got 36. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Monroe's checked in for Boston. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Fultz. Johnson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The Rozier kicks to Tatum. Picked him clean. Here's Bellinelli. Rebounded by the Celtics. Monroe's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, Greg Monroe's a very talented big guy out of Georgetown. Is more comfortable facing up to the basket and can hurt you with the mid-range game, but also a pretty strong rebounder and interior defender, too.
Johnson left side. Shoots over Monroe. And Boston with the rebound. Monroe's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Tipped away and taken away by Johnson. And no good. And it's Boston the other way. Tatum with it. 9 points in the game so far. To the paint. Got a hand on it.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Pass to Rozier. Johnson over to help. Here's Ojale. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
And the rejection by Monroe. The Celtics have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Tatum, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Tipped away and stolen by Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
When Simmons is driving inside, I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Boston's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And the pass to Ojale. They get a hand on it. Here's Simmons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's what you call being a master of your craft from Simmons. I mean, fooled the entire defense in the paint there. Well, there is a saying now that is pretty accurate. You either sell success or you sell hope. And the process in Philadelphia may have been hard to watch, but it did give their fans hope for a better day.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Simmons. And through all the losing, the fans in Philly have been pretty supportive of the Sixers' goals to draft star talent.
Yeah, and you know what? Thousands of fans coming out to watch the draft lottery is an indication of how optimistic and behind the Sixers these fans are. I mean, trust the process has been their rallying cry.
Good on both. Here's Larkin. Passes it to Ojale. He kicks it to Larkin. Poked away and stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everybody.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Larkin, the pass to Ojale. Larkin kicks to Monroe. In the corner, it's Morris. Dishes to Larkin. Pass to Ojale. Traps in the tray. Ojale's got 5 points so far.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Kicks it to Larkin for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
76ers ball.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Sharge has checked in. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shot from 12. No good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. A 3 ball. Sharge grabs the board. Sharge has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Bellinelli bounces high off the rim and drops.
How about the fearlessness? And even in the face of the D, Bellinelli there makes him pay.
Here's Ojale. Off target from 3-point range. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. And slam dunk by Sharge.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
They double him with Sharge. Inside. Ojale, that's good. Ojale's got 7.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And Monroe, bucket on the assist by Horford. 6 points for Craig Monroe.
You've got to give Brett Brown, I think, just a ton of credit for holding the Sixers locker room together over the years. Brutally difficult to lose and keep fighting and playing hard and playing together. He's created, along with those players, a culture of hard work and effort, and they are not skipping steps along the way. And eventually, folks, that will pay off in good play.
Sharge, and he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle too.
Man, when he's got the height advantage down low, it's over. Forget about it. It's a wrap. You got to send more help if you're the defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw, no good. Boston shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Picked by Horford. It's stolen by Sharch. On the wing, Morris. No good from outside. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shoots from the right block. A shot by McConnell, no good. McConnell's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Brown wide open, he fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 5 points so far.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Larkin. He's covered by McConnell. Back to Brown. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Larkin. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's McConnell. Up again. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. But they'll get another chance. Second chance shot. No good that time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We come back right after this. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Anderson. Korkmaz is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Dario Saric, and it's Holmes in at the 5, roaming the paint. Monroe dishes to Larkin. Here's Nader. He's covered by Anderson. To the inside. Out to Bird. Celtics passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. That's tipped. A solo fast break. Here's McConnell. Finished off the break. McConnell's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Philadelphia. Celtics shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Larkin kicks to Baines. The dish now to Larkin. Pass to Nader. He feeds it to Baines. 6 on the shot clock. It's Monroe, high post. Over Saric. Monroe, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Feeds to Bird. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Good on the triple.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now the feed to Baines, and it's blocked. Embiid with it. Baines is there, and Embiid gets it to go.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Bird. And he can't bank that one in. The 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
And, you know, Joel Embiid quickly emerging as one of the league's elite rim protectors. I mean, Coach Brett Brown called him the crown jewel, the centerpiece to their defense.
Two shots.
And the first one drops. And with Embiid's presence now, Clark, opponents shoot a very low percentage around the rim.
Well, the best defensive impact in the league by the numbers, Kevin, and his 7'5" wingspan, a big part of that.
Allen's checked in for the Celtics. And Embiid drops them both.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
Now here's Allen. He's covered by McConnell. Here's Embiid, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Two shots. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Two. Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
They set the pick. Screen by Monroe. On the wing, Bird. Monroe, the pass to Baines. Out to Bird. Can they get it? Offensive rebound, Celtics.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Two shot.
The first one falls. Johnson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. So he picks up just one from the line that time. For Philadelphia, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The pass to Bird. Allen outside. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Monroe. Rebound by the 76ers.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
Sinks the three-pointer. Korkmaz has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I mean, you got to be honest, though. The transition defense just has been lacking.
Yeah, fast break points all over the place. I mean, at some point, you've got to make the commitment to sprint back and then slow them down and stop the ball.
McConnell trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. Allen outside. Passes it to Nader. 5 to shoot. Here's Baines. Korkmaz grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
Nice hands that time by Johnson, able to gather and go up with no problems at all inside.
Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Holmes with the steal. And it's Johnson penetrating. And it's Johnson with the jam.
An elite finisher around the basket. Johnson with the throwdown.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Knocked loose. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Holmes. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And much of the offensive production has come from their willingness to get out and run.
Yeah, and if you've got the legs to do it, I think it's the best way to play. And they've made that commitment.
And it's Baines missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
You said it, Kevin. He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Bird dishes to Monroe. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Korkmaz. Bird covering. Korkmaz, no good. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough deep. And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. They've actually done a great job on the board.
The Celtics shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. Bird kicks to Allen. Boston, no good that time either. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Johnson penetrating, and then Johnson with the jam.
And, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Baines passes to Allen. Back to Baines. Allen outside. Johnson over to help. Shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Bird. Shoots a 3. And it's McConnell with the rebound. McConnell's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's Anderson with the drive over Allen. With the second effort. And Johnson lays it in. Johnson's got 12 points in just the second half. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And he comes up with the deuce. That's now 8 points for Greg Monroe.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Bird dishes to Allen. Down low. Picked off in midair. And now the 76ers on the break. And Anderson gets it to go.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
For the finish, and Anderson slams it in.
Boy, nice to see Anderson finishing with power. A lot of strength there, leaves no room for error with those throwdowns.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
And now Philadelphia on the break and finished off by Anderson.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, created havoc out there.
And then Johnson with the dunk.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked, you're toast. They learned that lesson there.
They get a hand on it. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. They get it back. Holmes, good.
And this is the tempo you love to watch. I mean, get out fast before the defense can get set.
Yeah, it's really paying off here. Fast break points accounting for their last 8.
And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Boston. Ojale is checked in for Aaron Baines, and it's Larkin in for Allen. Fultz is checked in for the 76ers. Here's Larkin, guarded by Holmes. Just 5 to shoot. Monroe down low. Holmes on him, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The 76ers making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
Larkin kicks to Bird, lets the 3 fly, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Holmes got his 7th rebound here tonight. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boston ball.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Larkin. He's covered by McConnell. Larkin kicks to Monroe. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, at 6'11", Greg Monroe is no easy cover, especially given his soft shooting touch from mid-range.
Greg Monroe will be at the line shooting.
Two shot.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a golly win for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
And you know what stood out to me, Kevin, was his confidence. I mean, he was taking a lot of good shots and knocking them all down.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. McConnell, that one, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ojale. And he's good on the three ball.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Here's Holmes, rebounded by the Celtics.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big-time work. Really distracting him, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Here's Philadelphia. 30 seconds left in the game. Buries it down low.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Tipped away. Holmes with the steal. Timeout called the 76ers.
Guard it.
They're leading. 12 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here's McConnell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.